Here are 9 steps that I use for effective project management. I'm gonna walk you through them right now, and these steps will completely change your project if you actually keep this in for every single one of them. I've worked in multiple projects where I've had some of these steps in, some others out, and very few projects where I had all of them in after I was able to compile them and putting them all together, realizing that if one of them was missing, the project could be a complete mess. Step number 1, have a scope of work that is broken down in doable steps. And this is very important. Know that I'm not just saying a scope of work. You will have a scope of work for anything. A scope of work can be a couple lines. But the more complex the job, the more doable steps you want included in that scope of services. Because it gets very complicated when you just have a paragraph of everything that you're going to do, and then you expect everyone in the team to understand what are the actions to be taken from that paragraph that you have in there. So the best thing to do is to get a scope of work, and if you don't have this already, then get this scope of work and then break it down in the doable steps of what are the actions that you're going to take to accomplish the intended objective of this project that you were hired for. Number 2 is to define what are the products or deliverables that you will be providing on this project. Are you gonna be providing permit applications? Is it gonna be a completed built product? Is it going to be some construction documents? Are you actually producing a table? Like, what is it that you're producing? What is the product? So define that within that scope of services and make sure that within the doable steps, you incorporate the products or the deliverables that are due to the client at that right step. Number 3, who is going to be the team that will help you deliver the services and deliver the products that are required in this project? This is extremely important. When you're doing project management, you want to know who will help me deliver these services, because you need to look at their availability. Where are they right now? Are they in Miami or are they in Tampa? Like, where is the team located? Am I gonna need them to go on site, or can they do this work remotely? Do I need them here at the office? Do I need them collaborating with other team members that maybe are in a different time zone? So this step is extremely important for you to know who will help you deliver the services that you were scoped to do. Number 4, define the roles and responsibilities of the team members that will be in this project. This is extremely important. This will provide clarity and guidance to the team members, because they're gonna know what is it that they're responsible for and what is it that you expect them to do in this project, right? You may have a person that is a project manager in some other project, but you are bringing them on board in this project to be the project engineer, or maybe to be the quality control lead. So then the roles of a project engineer that is gonna be doing some of the work are gonna be very different than the roles of the quality lead of the project that would just be reviewing, providing comments and feedback, and then having someone else do the work. So they may sound somewhat similar, but they're very different. If you don't define this very clearly, then you can create a complete mess in the project. You can create hostility. There can be a lot of errors and mistakes, so make sure you don't miss this step. Number 5, assign a person responsible for quality. Who will be doing the quality checks on this project to make sure that you are delivering what you're supposed to deliver, and that you're going a step ahead and really delivering on quality. Like, I am proud to always deliver the best quality in the projects that we worked on. Number 6, budget. How much is this gonna cost you? After you go through all the other steps, then you're gonna know who's gonna be working on the project, what are the roles and responsibilities, what are you supposed to produce, what are the doable steps? Now, how much is this gonna cost you? Can I afford it? And if I can afford it, then you need to go back to the steps and the scope of services and what you were hired to do to figure out where is the disconnect. Is it that you estimated way too much, too many hours, too many people for something that was small? Or is it that there was an error in the pricing of the project in the first place and needs to be brought up to the client so that something can be fixed early on and not wait until the end when you start doing it and you realize that you run out of money and you cannot deliver in your promises anymore. So this step is extremely important, but it's important at this stage right now. You need to go through all the other steps to know how much is this going to cost you. Number 7, schedule. Extremely important to know how long is it going to take you to deliver this project with the resources that you have allocated, and is this compliant with the requirements of the client? If the client needs this road built by December of 2024, then your project better deliver that before December of 2024, because that's the date that the client needs it by, and you better build some contingencies in there as well in case something happens along the way. So you don't want to do this for December 2024 and then come December 2024 there was 1 week delay and you're over already in January. So schedule is extremely important as part of your checklist in project management so that you can have a very effective project. 8, set regular project meetings. This may be weekly. As the project progresses, then you may move to every 10 days or bi-weekly meetings, but it's very important that you have a regular cadence on which your team meets to discuss the project progress, the deliverables, the steps, who's involved in the project. All of these things happen when there is communication. So if you allow this project to go without any meetings for 2 months or 3 months, then all of a sudden when you find an issue, then it may be already too late to be able to mitigate that issue, and it can be very costly. Last one, number 9, is to track the statistics. Make sure that you look at the stats of your project on a regular cadence. I would say the more important the project and the more complex, the more often you're going to be looking at those statistics. And some projects require looking at statistics every hour, because they are extremely important, complex. There is several particles moving in that project. So you want to make sure that you keep your eyes on it, because whatever you put your attention on will have a change. You gotta track the statistics and make decisions based on whatever the stat is saying, rather than some comment that somebody made, or the way someone in your team feels, or that someone needs to take a vacation or just take some time off. Just make decisions based on the stat and not on the emotions of the people working on the project. I just walked you through 9 killer steps to do effective project management. I can guarantee you that if you follow these 9 steps, you can turn any project around. Guarantee. I've developed these 9 steps for very effective project management, and I guarantee you, if you put these 9 into place, you will have very successful projects. Not 8, not 7, not 5, just all 9 steps. And now that you know how to do this, you better know how to run project meetings very effectively. And I created a great video that's right here.